Hey there, I'm Christy Olsen, and I just had a ton of fun hanging out on the Top Guy Theater. Make sure you check it out every week. They are so sweet, they really know their stuff, and you're going to get some pretty cool insight into the world of pro wrestling.
Yes, sir, we promised you a great main event here tonight.
Mike Andre, the China WrestleMania!
Hulkamania is running wild.
My God, what a
It's not all the world is watching.
Hey, we be back. What an interesting WrestleMania. We're going to get into that now. As some of you know, we recorded our April 8th episode prior to WrestleMania. So we are going to talk a little fallout from Mania. I'd love to hear what the crew and our guest Eros has to say about and apparently Adam from Bama, who's with us tonight, is now texting me in the middle of my little monologue here. So I'm just throwing that out there. I'm really excited. We're going to go back to 1999. This was the summer after I graduated, so it's very nostalgic for me. Still irritates me that Triple H did not win the heavyweight championship at this show and did it the next night on Raw, which is fucking dumb. Rocking my new game event jacket, which I was so excited to finally get. I suggest everyone go out to playthegameevent.com and check that out. That's Efren, our buddy at AFS. Going to be doing some special things on his website. And hopefully when I meet him in person, he'll jingle my balls properly. I'm just saying. So, as I always say, away we go. Adam, you son of a bitch.
Yeah. God damn it, Antonio.
You're killing me. So, hey everyone, Eros, you're on mute. Did you know that? There you are. I wanted to just say, buddy, I've been looking forward to this because I miss you. And not to sound like a weirdo. I just do.
It's good to be missed.
Of course. So just, oh God, Antonio's got the tits out. My God, this is gonna be. We're talking about nostalgia. This is gonna be like TJ's iteration, and now Adam's off camera. Adam from Bama, the super mega porn star.
I'm sorry.
What is happening right now? Oh my God.
Alabama, baby.
All right, let's go around the room real quick, and we're gonna start this show. Now, we of course invited Eros on tonight. We're gonna be watching SummerSlam '99. Eros, how you doing, buddy?
How are we doing today, everybody?
We are wonderful. Do you have any new belts?
No.
No? Didn't you get what you had? You have the Intercontinental and what else? Didn't you get another one?
So the last one that I got was the WWE belt, the new logo belt.
You have that?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, jealous. That's what I do want that.
And what I want to do for that one is for the side plates, I want to put on one side Big E's side plate, and on the other side Kofi Kingston's.
Oh, that's amazing right there. Do you have to buy them as a set though?
Yeah,
they're like $80 a piece. Aren't
yeah.
They?
Well, the Kofi one, I found someone was selling it on one of the belt groups for like $40.
Oh, that's not bad.
So I got a sweet deal for that. But like I was waiting for them to do a sale for Big E. That was right when he had the title, so it was just like,
yeah,
that price was never going down.
I'm reading our scroll, which looks new to me. Exclusive giveaways and creepy tweets. Yeah, why? Yeah, okay.
That's
Adam,
been there forever.
I'm stupid then, I guess. So Adam from Bama, the super mega porn star. I don't believe I've seen anything he's in. Maybe it's because it's all gay porn. But no, I'm just joking. We it's okay. It's all right. It's okay.
Ain't
Adam,
no
how you doing,
difference
buddy?
than Adam from Bana.
It all pays, brother. It all pays. $20 is $20.
Oh my god.
So,
I want my money back.
I think his seminal work is in the film "Put It Where It Doesn't Belong." So, to me,
yeah.
If
In the
Money,
sequel,
if, Money
how
Mike
that
was
hurt.
here, if Money Mike was here right now, I would be getting blown up with edit this, edit that. So
Yeah, I know.
when he gets
Frank,
here
my
later,
mom watches,
he
Frank.
might show up later. Let's just be on our best behaviors.
No.
He is our right to censor. Adam, are you good?
Oh,
Game
wonderful, brother. Yeah, like I said, $20 is $20. Referencing what Eros said earlier about the nameplates and stuff. You said Big E's is on sale. Is it because it's like half off because of what happened, or is it because?
oh no, I don't know what his was. I got Kofi's.
Okay, I was figuring Big E's would be like half off because of the accident. You know, I was just
I would
asking.
hope it's. I don't hope it's on
I'm
sale
just-
because of that, but a little more affordable.
But no, I got a buddy of mine listening to the Top Guy theater shows. So I'll holler at my buddy Wes from work. You're still a dick, but thanks for listening.
And Wes is welcome on here anytime. Wrestling fans are wrestling fans, regardless of if they're part of AFS or not. Devin, what's up, buddy?
Not much. Living life. It's been a busy weekend so far. My brother's he had baby shower today he's gonna be having a baby soon in about a month now.
Your brother's pregnant?
Oh, my brother's girlfriend.
Well, I'm just busting to say if it's a pregnant man, holy shit, the money he could make.
Oh, I wish. You know what I mean?
Do you live in Alabama?
Oh Jesus!
Oh God!
I was gonna suggest that background that Devin is possibly in Buffalo Bill's basement right now. I'm just saying. It rubs the lotion on itself and puts it back into the bucket.
It's just old ass curtains. You know what I mean?
No, it's all good, man. I'm just busting on you. Puerto Rican.
Yeah.
Go ahead, Devin. Go ahead.
Oh, sorry. No, this is just gonna be a fun pay-per-view. I was about 1.5 when this pay-per-view happened.
You have to get that in, don't you? Every time he's on here. Oh my,
Hey,
1.5. Jesus Christ. How old
And
is
I've
your
never
brother?
met Eros. So my brother, he's right now he's 19. He should be 20 before the baby's born, though.
That some bitch having a baby at 20? I can't imagine having a baby at 20. I'd have been throwing up when I pooped.
Oh yeah. No, I'm 24 and I'm not ready for a kid yet. So
Yeah,
he's out of his mind.
Oh God, is that the person you're hiding in the closet, Henry? Puerto Rican Henry?
No, that's my little
It's
brother.
funny because you come out of the closet, we're waiting on them to come out.
Oh, there's a Sir, Mr. Antonio, could I please come out? I need to clean my holes.
No, that was my
They're
little
awful
brother.
dirty.
That was my little brother.
So, Antonio, I need to just address something that you posted something on Facebook today. I think it was today, of somebody hopping up on a bus dashboard and just peeing. Is that something that legitimately happens?
Not here, but in New York City. That apparently happened recently.
Yes. What the actual fuck is? When I'm watching it, I'm like, what is this a joke? What's going on? And it just says New York City Metropolitan, and I'm like, oh my God, these poor people.
Thank God it's not Rochester, but from what it looked like, from what my guess was, she didn't have the fare. The driver didn't let her on the bus, so she decided to piss all over the dashboard.
Like she just dropped chow, and what a stream she had. She had to go.
That's
Clearly.
bottom boat ride.
Yeah, that was a glass bottom boat ride. And then we go over to Mr. Jackson, who seems to be. Did you put the AEW belt above that now? Is that new? Or was that there before?
No, that remember I've had that forever. That was my daughter's
Well, no, but
present.
I don't remember it being up there.
Yeah, that's where
was
it's since I switched rooms.
Well, I like that look. It's awesome.
I come before you guys tonight feeling like way less of a man. Less than I already was.
I have that effect, brother. I'm sorry.
I gotta. I can't. I have to address this. When Pat McAfee came out at WrestleMania, the 7 Nation Army, flanked by the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders. That's it. That's the pinnacle of being a fucking man. I'll never. Yeah, I'm down here by my fucking basement. I don't know. I wish I could walk into work one day with 7 Nation Army blaring and the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders following my ass into my office to my desk. That was something else. And
So
I'm pretty sure my penis even shrank just a little bit.
my god. I think it was the last one that came in the entrance with the curly hair. I was like fixated on her.
Oh god, yes, though, Jesus. Someone's got.
Is that your rope shooting moment of the week already?
Yes.
We gotta bring that back. Well, guys, we are. Eros chose SummerSlam 1999, so we are going to go to the cock. What'd you say?
I said for some reason.
It's a good pay-per-view. Come on.
It is actually. It's a really good show. So, Eros, what we typically do here is we don't watch the whole show because I don't know that I can hold everyone's attention for 3 hours.
Okay.
So, there will be time codes where, although the matches we have chosen to watch are actually damn good. So, I'm just throwing that out there for you. So everyone go over to the cock. You're gonna go to SummerSlam. It's season 12,
Hold on, Frank.
episode 1. What?
We need Henry to get in here. Get his butt on here.
Well, I'm gonna leave that up to him, because I have some private chat to read, by the way, too, because it was popping off before the show started.
I thought you got confused when he said go to the cock, and you're like, well, which one? Which one I go to?
Yeah, because I've got multiple cocks here ready for
No, I
me.
mean Antonio. I thought he got lost. He was like, which one do I look at?
37.
Frank, that's called a circle jerk, buddy.
Oh,
circle
Pivot
jerk.
man.
Is that a real thing, by the way?
Yeah.
People
We
do.
learned it in Boy Scouts. I mean, I don't know when y'all learned it.
Oh, good Lord. We are now going down a rabbit hole that turned into a snake den. We don't even want to go there. So go to the cock, season 12, episode 1 of SummerSlam.
Love
When everyone is there, please let me know.
Which I won't be watching. I'll just be recreating it on 2K22.
Okay.
Wait a minute. Pick the pay-per-view to watch, and you don't even watch the summits with us?
I'm ready to go. I don't know about everyone else.
I'm seeing if I can change history.
All right. Is that one of the scenes in 2K22? Is changing history in 99?
No.
Oh, okay.
Nothing,
I got
nothing
excited.
from this pay-per-view. I don't even think you can get all the. Let's see. You'd have Rock, you'd have Stone Cold, you'd have Triple H. I think those would be the only ones.
Foley's not in it? Foley's not
from that pay-per-view that's on the game.
Nah.
Right now.
Oh.
I don't think Foley's in it.
No, because they're doing him on a download for Cactus Jack.
Oh, okay.
Oh, yeah.
I heard Shawn Michaels isn't in it. Is that true?
No, he is. Well, his
I know almost Ilya Dragunov.
If they would have named the game Sunny, he'd have been all in it.
Oh my God! Yeah, we got to watch the show now. Is everybody there?
Yeah.
Yep. All right.
What was the time code?
We're starting right at zeros.
Oh, we're starting right
So
now.
yeah, we're gonna watch the opening match, the second match, and then we're gonna go down and watch 7, 8, and 9.
Frank,
We're gonna skip, and I think you'll all appreciate this. We're gonna skip Al Snow and Boss Man.
What?
We're gonna skip Ivory and Tori.
Okay.
Ken Shamrock and Steve Blackman in the Lions Den Weapons match.
Can I say one thing about Ivory?
What?
She was born 10 years too early. I think she would rock in the women's division now.
I'd still like to rock her.
I mean, she's just a good ass wrestler. She's just before her time. She just didn't have nobody to hardly wrestle with.
And we're gonna skip Test versus Shane. So
no.
I was always a big testicle. So wait a minute.
So we're gonna skip the Lions Den Weapons match, the Greenwich Street Fight, the Hardcore Championship, and the Women's Championship. So we're gonna start the show, and Phil, you're gonna track it for us, and Eros, we always let our guests do the countdown, so it's all you, buddy.
Okay. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I love that opening.
That's my favorite.
I love a good opening.
I would like to introduce to you the enforcer in the main event at WrestleMania in somewhat of a guest referee capacity, Iron Mike Tyson. I'll be very, very impartial. Yes, if I count 1, 2, 3, it's over. Bye and over.
Yeah, I kind of forgot.
Shane McMahon is fast talent. Austin. Shane McMahon is a fast talent. Just stole the WWF title from the Rounds thing.
I am the only person who can deliver law and order to where a champion will be decided in the center of the ring. If right here in the middle of this ring, I feel like kicking your ass, I will. It's my way or the highway. Those are the rules. Live with it. If you're kissing the body, fix my face. Wherever get the started just like anybody else. It's the body rules. It's my rules or the highway.
Good shit.
I disagree with what he said. He said he's the only one that can bring Law and Order. I watch Law and Order every Tuesday on USA. They bring Law and Order all the time.
Different Law and Order, for sure. Different Law and Order. So real quick, as we're setting this up, and we're going to start with Jeff Jarrett versus D'Lo Brown, live from Minneapolis. Minneapolis.
Yeah.
I'd like to go through our chat real quick. It started with Frank. For the record, you suck. Nobody looks amped up. It's TGT. It's SummerSlam. Henry, who is watching from afar this evening, says, I've actually heard Frank licks and nibbles quite well, too.
Oh, God.
Then it was Phil saying, Frank, wake up. I said, I'm up. Henry, you look flaccid. That Puerto Rican Henry, are we going to be nude? Puerto Rican Henry then saying, I'm already naked. I can clearly see that you're not, says Phil. Then I believe at some point he started to take his shirt off because Phil said, oh, Jesus. Puerto Rican Henry then says, how about now? Henry goes, my show notes mentioned nothing of an all-nude review, which made Puerto Rican Henry laugh. Let's see. What's Henry? You know what's missing. Who's that guy in the window behind Devin? Devin looks at. Not this one, Phil. It's been a very bad day. I don't want to talk about that. Are you still taller than Are you still taller than Antonio, Eros? Nope, he is 5'6". Eros, you're pretty tall, aren't you?
Yeah, 6'6".
All right, Jesus Christ.
Holy crap.
When I'm not on a vertical base, it's 6'6".
Okay.
Oh, God.
So,
or horizontal.
Team partner.
Hold on. Can we track this Jericho segment real quick?
Yes, go ahead.
Yes, I do. Do you believe in what Y2J stands for? Absolutely. Do you believe that I'm here to save your job, Harold? Yes. So then you need to be on time. You need to be precise. You need to get your act together. It's all about impact, Harold. Impact. It's Howard. Oh, whatever. Come on, let's go.
Oh, God, I love Jericho.
Peak Jericho.
So then, of course, Henry, Puerto Rican Henry now says, "My boobs are for you, Bama." Then I've heard, she looks like we held her at gunpoint and made her read that off script. We just lost Devin.
Oh my God.
We lost Devin, but Antonio gained a stiffy because.
Oh my God. This is my rope shooting moment.
That's about it. So we have some interesting thoughts here.
Oh Jesus! Sure. Oh my God!
I mean, look, I mean, Deborah was fire, was she not?
Yes.
She was roll tide right there.
Henry, I mean, Rican Henry, I need to see your hands immediately.
Good Lord.
Oh my gosh.
My God. By the way, go back in the archives if you haven't yet and watch our episode with Jeff Jarrett on there. It was so awesome to have him on. Even for 15 minutes, that's 15 minutes. My life was better. Check that interview out, y'all.
I fast forwarded that part. That's what Conrad always told us to do.
The human
boy
button.
Oh boy. I can't right now. I'm looking at those yams.
I'm looking at those yams and those hams.
You talking about Jeff Jarrett or Deborah's?
Those yams and no hams.
I can't find my Jeff Jarrett sunglasses. Damn it.
Poor Devin. You're missing Deborah over here. I don't know what to tell you.
You're missing important plot points.
Yeah, that's the call, right?
Come through the window and get you.
Exactly.
Two very important plot points going on at the same time.
Yep.
See, I will say that I really liked this version of Jarrett. I really did.
I do too.
Don't piss me off. I mean, I didn't like his portrayal. I wasn't a big fan of him in WCW, but I liked this.
I'll tell you this, coming from, my history with the wrestling business, whatever, there's just little things that he does in the ring. He just does little extra things that just make the match so much better. Just these little extra things he does in the ring that just makes him, a cut above a lot of the others.
Come to appreciate Jeff Jarrett a lot more since the podcast came out.
Oh, definitely.
Thank you, D'Lo.
I forgot about this. This got me completely.
Oh
my God.
Always felt D'Lo was underrated here.
Oh, I agree with you, Eros. Totally agree with you.
I mean, who cares about D'Lo right now?
I love D'Lo, and
that's racist. You don't even be saying that. We all love D'Lo.
What sucks is that
below the skirt is what I was talking about.
Wait, what skirt?
Yeah, I don't know if anybody knows this, but a match is actually about to happen too.
Wait, there's a match going on?
Sorry.
It's about to.
Oh my God. I'm sorry.
I'm not talking about the matching pair.
I'm about to close my window right now.
Oh God!
This will be the Top Guy theater episode where we all get Me Too'd.
Yeah. Well, I've been close to getting Me Too'd a few times, so I believe me, this is toned down.
Almost Me Too'd you in Nashville. You told me not to.
Oh my God!
What did you say, Adam?
I almost Me Too'd you in Nashville, but you told me not to.
Wow.
Are we talking about the same Me Too thing?
Me too.
No, in all honesty, this was the height. This was the height of my fandom in wrestling because I started in '98. '99 was like my big year in wrestling.
This was peak Attitude Era. That intro, just the whole McMahon Austin thing. My God, there was again Vince McMahon, greatest heel in the wrestling business of all time.
Oh yeah, I agree.
I think the summer of '99 is when the WCW executives were going, oh shit.
Yeah.
Also, Vince McMahon takes the shittiest version of the stunner. He can't take a stunner to save his life.
Well, the one at WrestleMania this year, I thought was very weak. Although the man is 76 years old, right? Isn't he 76 or something like that?
I don't care if you're going to get in the ring and wrestle the whole damn match properly. Awesome.
I honestly thought he did it on purpose.
It was awful.
No, I think he did it on purpose just to because of his age and all that, and people are gonna judge him. on how he performs. I think he did it on purpose.
Well, if you think about it, his very first stunner was a terrible one.
Oh yes.
So I think it's awesome that his last ever stunner is going to be terrible too.
The fact that Vince stepped in the ring surprised the fuck out of all of us, I'm sure.
Oh my god, I popped for that when he had his black tank top on.
Yep. I wanted him to throw the do-rag back on because the best Vince is do-rag Vince.
Oh my god. This was the first WrestleMania I enjoyed since 30.
It was great.
You wait a minute. Since 30, you didn't like 31?
Well, the only match I really liked was Brock and Roman because they were really like throwing potatoes at each other.
I'm sorry, Sting and Triple H? You didn't like
Well,
that?
that was too much
Gaga. I agree.
That's the point.
Yeah, there was too much Gaga. I couldn't really enjoy it.
Sorry, the NWO coming out to help Sting. That's where I'm like, nope, you lost me.
No, you didn't. It was DX versus NWO. It was something we'd yearned for years. Y'all don't know shit. Wait, 32,
I didn't really...
34 was good. 35 was good.
No. Hold on. Let's stop this for a second. 31, Roman and Brock was good. The ladder match was good for the Intercontinental title. 32 just sucked because of all the injuries. 33 wasn't really...
The thrill ride? You didn't like the thrill ride? I think Devin has to poop.
Yeah. Yeah, it looks like I got to poop. The only thing at 33 I enjoyed was the Hardy Boys return.
That was epic.
34, the best match on the show was Ronda and Kurt versus Triple H and Stephanie. 35, Kofi and Daniel Bryan should have main evented the show, not the women's match.
It was a good match, but I think the women's match. I think that was high time something like that happened. I was big into that.
I know everybody was excited because it was the first women's main event of WrestleMania, but the real main event for me was Daniel Bryan and Kofi Kingston.
That was a great match.
It was a great match.
Great match.
36, I think no one's gonna talk about ever. Except
I want to completely forget 36 completely. And to be honest with you, 37.
Yeah, 30-something was good.
By the way,
not the greatest.
I on Main Event Matinee, our new live show, which you can catch a couple times a month, I called that AJ Styles and Edge were going to have the match of the night, and Jesus Christ, I was wrong. Cody and Seth Rollins put on a fucking classic, and I thought it was going to be maybe everyone knew that pretty much it was going to be Cody, but I thought it was going to be one and done. They went for 23 minutes or some crazy.
Yeah. Oh yeah,
it was great.
Becky Bianca was good too. They're a close number 2.
Yeah,
the Becky Bianca match, the Cody Seth match, and Stone Cold and Kevin Owens match was the best night of night 1. Night 2, Pat McAfee and Austin Theory, and
I hate Logan Paul with a passion, but he actually looked decent in the ring. I'll give him that.
The jackass shit was actually good. I had shit all over that. I was entertained.
Big Williams being Mark Henry's son popped me for the night.
Hold on. Phil, I was about to say that Johnny Knoxville and Sami Zayn had the best match of night 2. I don't know why, but Roman and Brock was like it was underwhelming.
I think if Roman and Brock had a better finish, or at least a stronger finish, I think that would have been at least a better remembered match.
Yeah.
There's a lot of shit we've already seen too. It was like, okay, here we go with F5s and Superman punches again. Yay!
I wanted to pivot over here. We're talking through a pretty damn good Jeff Jarrett match. Eros, why did you pick SummerSlam 99?
So I was thinking about that earlier in the week because as people may or not know, I had back surgery, so I've kind of been revisiting things in my head. I grew up in the 80s, so I was pretty much in the Federation era. And then just before the new generation, that's kind of when I stopped. then when I resumed, it was kind of right in the middle of the Attitude Era here. So for me, this was one of the first pay-per-views. Funny enough, this was one of the first pay-per-views that I watched live. One of the first pay-per-views that I would later buy on DVD. And it was kind of nice because it was kind of with the involvement of Ventura, it was kind of a fusion of like, hey, my wrestling past fusing with my wrestling present. So, and then just the matches on here just stick out in my, and it's funny because I made that suggestion before I thought about which matches other than the main event match. I'm like, what else was on this pay-per-view? So I had to look it up. I'm like, oh yeah, this is going to be a good one.
Oh my God, those melons.
Now, Devin, you have a roommate?
What was that?
You have a roommate?
Yeah, I have a fiance and a roommate.
Wait a minute. So, what a female roommate?
Yeah.
So what kind of throuple is going on over there? Do you know what a throuple is?
Yeah, it's not a throuple at all.
Devin's like, I'm never coming on here
Look
again.
at this. The referee just counted 3, and the fucking piece of guitar that he got was literally right in front of his face. It's right there. There's.
Oh yeah, I noticed
This
that.
got me. I forgot this happened. This totally got me.
Yeah, Mark Henry and
Deborah and all of them.
Yeah.
That just got me.
I want them to bring back the European Championship. I'm just gonna say that.
They're shooting it like they do their Continental title right now.
I mean,
it'll be an Andre the Giant Battle Royal and all the other ones.
they got way too much titles in WWE right now.
Well, last night on SmackDown, they were talking about this show is already on its way to Fuckville. Well, then, good night. Our private chat. See, then Devin's like, my roommate is doing her taxes right now, so I think my Wi-Fi just might not be strong enough right now, unfortunately. What I read was my roommate's DTF, and me and my fiance are going to throuple it up. That's what I'm just joking. I'm joking.
No.
I was going to catch Jarrett before he got out of the ring. You know, some of the little stuff he does. When he throws D'Lo into the ropes, he follows through. You know, like when he runs by, he follows through with the push or the throw. And when he gets punched, you can see him actually take the punch. You know, he actually does that little extra.
Yeah.
Just to make it look so much better. Just little stuff.
Peak.
That they don't do no more.
Got the peak Edge and Christian going on right here. You know, just a little bit, they're going to be Team X with Kurt Angle, which all that shit was amazing.
I think Puerto Rican Henry has gone to feed the person that he's got in his closet.
I was hoping he went to Fucksville.
Somebody went to Fucksville.
He wishes he went to Fucksville.
Vince tried to screw Austin more times than Sonny did to everything. Oh, okay.
He's off to park the bus. But from what I've heard, it's just a short round. It's just a short little bus. So.
Oh boy!
We're off the rails. We're gone.
That's my tag team.
Can I ask an honest question? When are we ever on the rails?
Yeah. I mean, are we talking about rails and cocaine? We're doing lines?
The size of my balls itch. That's great.
Well, how did I miss that? There's a sign that says my balls.
I'm on diet cocaine.
I'm on diet fucking signs. Did you just say I'm on diet cocaine?
Yeah, it's smashed up Smarties. So,
hey, I have physically witnessed Frank do lines of M&Ms. Got his credit card out.
Oh, I did, yeah.
M&Ms on the table, lined him up. Hand on, saw him do it.
Hey Frank, for the record, I fed my person nice turkey dinner. Yeah, I can't even say it. Turkey dinner with a nice Chianti.
Oh, I ate his liver with some fava beans and a nice Chianti.
Hold on, guys. You gotta listen to this. Never mind.
Oh yeah.
I thought it was the. I thought the New Brood still had the old music. I guess I was wrong.
No, it's the Hardy music.
I used to love the presentation of Gangrel, like with the blood dripping down on his chin, and then it was a little bit on his shirt. Like, I always was curious what that blood was. Was it like just some colored water, or was he like drinking blood?
I'm sure it wasn't actually blood, but
I don't know what it was.
fucking Brood. Their entrance they had the coolest entrance of the 90s.
Oh God, yeah. God.
Like, coming up with fire, it just made me like, man, I wish I was a part of the fucking Brood. Whatever the fuck they do to come up with a ring of fire.
Do you think Edge is gonna name his new group the Brood again?
Brood
I
2.0.
hope not. God, I hope not.
No, that's lame.
Brood.
Evan, seeing you were 1.5 at this show, do you remember the Brood?
Oh yeah, I know the Brood. I watched everything back in the day and stuff.
Prediction: Rhea Ripley's going to join that group.
I was the same thing.
Oh my God!
They're going down I think they're going down a heel turn with her, right? Her and Liv.
They're teasing it.
Oh my God!
Should have happened a while ago. When her and Nikki Cross broke up.
I'm jealous of
Raquel Gonzalez.
Holy fuck on a stick! Hold the presses.
Yeah, I'm jealous of Brandi right now.
Brandi is in Alaska right now checking out a show. And I have been trying to get Killer Cross on this show forever. And I told her to not wink, nudge, ask Killer Cross. And then what did she do? She sends us a picture of her
and Scarlett.
Scarlett. I hope she slipped our whatever into her pocket, into her bra, into her whatever.
Not her pocket, in her bra.
Just to get her on the show.
Y'all want to carry her across? Why don't y'all just ask me? I would have called him.
Killer Cross, I'm never going to give up. I'm sure you're not watching. I'm not giving up till I get you on here, buddy.
Phil, if you get Killer Cross on here, I will bow down to you. I will get you whatever you need.
Whatever.
I'm a big fan of
What does that mean? I'll get what you need. What does that mean?
I do.
Not that.
Whatever you need.
I am a man of needs.
Not
got what I need.
Hey, you know what? I do need a babysitter.
I want you to be more than a friend.
Oh my God, Adam, you are super mega porn star tonight. God damn.
Antonio, do you truly want to make that agreement?
Oh,
no,
can y'all just imagine me sending all my kids to Antonio's?
Wait, what?
I need a babysitter, so I'm going to throw all my kids over to you.
Oh, never mind. Let me throw that out.
Honestly, I think after a weekend at Puerto Rican Henry's, they'd probably come back the most well-behaved children you've ever had in your life, and like be like, "Daddy, I love you."
Like, don't send us back there.
Send all your children to Henry because he don't want to be on here.
Well, hey,
we're talking to another really, really good edition of Edge and Christian versus the Hardys. They never had a bad match.
No, they never did. Nope, they never did. The only time they had a bad match is when Edge was fucking Lita. So, should I not?
No, I thought those were good matches. Edge and Matt Hardy at SummerSlam. I mean, I know because of the stoppage to make it look real.
I was really disappointed when he was on his podcast and he said that was how it was supposed to go, because let me tell you something. When you go back and look at it, him cracking his fucking face on the post did not look like that was supposed to happen. So they did it very well.
To me, it looked real, but whatever Matt said, whatever. But the cage match at Unforgiven was the best match.
You go back and watch some of these tag matches. That's what frustrates me about the tag team scene in WWE today, because you can get good, exciting matches, and golly, it's just like, how many tag teams are actually legitimate tag teams, and how many are hodgepodges?
It feels like we need to go show them how it's done.
Absolutely.
Yeah, you're right, because like the tag team matches these days, the referees are just like watching and not enforcing.
It's like they forget the rules while they're reffing.
Is this no disqualification or not?
My
Whatever.
brother, it's a tag team turmoil match to determine the number one contenders to the WWE Tag Team Champions. So it's also going to feature the Acolytes and the Holly Cousins and a bunch of people in between. So this is essentially the first person eliminated. First team. Yep. So there go the Hardys.
I wonder why Christian's wearing a shirt. He never wore a shirt.
Yes, he did. He did when he was in the Brood. He did. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Oh, look at it, Midian and Viscera.
Yeah, whatever Christian went on his own, he always wore those mesh shirts that you could see completely through.
Oh, those
yeah, wouldn't that chafe your nips? Don't you think that chafe the nips?
Yeah, what was those? The dance club. Yeah, the dance club nip shirts.
Yeah, there you go. That's the best way to put it. The dance club nip shirt. So while we're going through this, and now the world's largest love machine, Viscera, is in the ring. Eros, I wanted to ask you, like, you've been part of AFS for over a year now, right?
Oh yeah, golly, I want to say even longer, 2 years.
I was about to just say, after shows, Jed has just hit his 2-year anniversary on March 30th. We're recording this on April 9th, and I think there's only just one or two of us in here that were there since the beginning of like the very, very, very start. But most of us have been here close to the beginning. But God, 2 years of AFS already.
I was a day oneer, but I was not a top guy until May 1st.
I think I was like a second weeker.
I was a day oneer, but I was a top guy April 30th. And I got charged $100.
Oh yeah, that's kind of what I say. May 1st, yeah. But
and then Evan, that crafty son of a bitch, 2 days later, boom, my bank gets hit for another $100, and I was like, God, he got me. But I was super happy. I didn't care. It's worth it. It's worth every damn dime.
I say May 1st, but technically it was like April 20 something, because that's what happened to me. Because I was the my push, and then I upgraded, so they took another $50 from me, and then May 1st, boom, there's another. I kind of
got us both.
I kind of expected that.
I did anything about Patreon.
I was my push at the beginning, and I think I went 2 months before I jumped up to top guy.
Yeah, I think I was an enhancement talent for about a week or two, and then like, oh, there's a spot open. Oh, okay.
Well, right, because remember they were capped. Remember that? Because that's what happened to me. I wanted to be a top guy at first. Edge and Christian with another elimination of thank God he's not naked Minion.
Thank God we don't have naked Viscera.
No, Draws and Albert.
So I wanted to go back and just say, because when Draws comes in here, I definitely think the downfall for D'Lo was he just never got over the accident.
Yeah, that affected him so much. Like in the interviews, you could tell D'Lo was affected by that accident.
So, guys, I'm just gonna tell you this. I kind of have a girlfriend.
Wait, what? Wait, what?
I have a girlfriend.
If it's Antonio in a wig, I'm gonna be upset.
If it is, I wouldn't be surprised.
It is a Top Guy Theater exclusive. I have
Frank,
a girlfriend.
You were supposed to wait until I put the wig on to tell everyone.
Henry, you have a little bit. I just called you Henry. So you gotta change the goddamn name. So I'm just gonna say this: Puerto Rican Henry, you have a little bit too much penis for me.
No one has ever said that to him. That's great. That's the first time for everything I've been doing.
So she was texting me and she's like, I'm so sorry, I don't want to bother you during your show. And like, and she's never bothering me. Like, I love
Mike.
Is it Money Mike? No, it's nobody. Actually, it's nobody in AFS. To be honest.
No, for real. That's also Frank. I'm happy for you.
Good.
Oh my God, that was an awesome spot.
Yeah, congrats, Frank.
What'd you say? See, Devin, you're talking. Frank with a tan.
I said congrats.
Oh, thank you, Devin. I appreciate. We need you to talk more. Tell Buffalo Bill that you will help him make his skin thing
It rubs the lotion.
It
Sorry,
rubs the
sir.
lotion.
I'll wait later.
Have you, Devin?
I'll
Have you
do it
seen that
later.
movie?
Sorry.
Have you seen
No,
Silence?
I've seen Joe Dirt.
Oh my God! Completely
No,
different than Silence of the Lambs. Go watch Silence of the Lambs.
I need to. My boss was telling me about that movie a
Wait,
couple days ago, actually.
is Henry your girlfriend, Frank?
Nobody in AFS is my girlfriend.
Well, Henry is. Oh, never mind.
What's your question there, Super Mega Porn Star?
Oh,
when
God.
Viscera come out, what did you call him? The biggest love machine? What was it?
The world's
No,
largest
largest
love machine, Viscera.
He used to call himself that.
I thought that was Eros. I mean,
I mean,
when did he take that from you? When
Wait a minute. Hold on. Frank with a tan and a goatee. Mr. Frank Bruno Santos. What is going on here?
Hang on a second, I gotta find it now.
I'm supposed to keep that private.
Oh, good God.
The
sorry.
world's largest love machine is the bumper sticker that I have down there. So
I'm sorry, Errol.
you're the world's largest love machine equipment holder. Gotcha.
it comes with a Surgeon General's warning that says this may be hazardous to your health.
And is registered as a lethal weapon.
Oh, sweet motherfucker.
Whenever I fly, I got to book 2 seats.
Wait a minute, Adam.
Yeah.
Wait a minute, Adam. 1 inch don't count as a lethal weapon.
Just because it's 1 inch doesn't mean it ain't 1 inch from the ground.
Oh, Jesus.
They need to be OSHA certified before operating.
Oh, my God.
Guys, just so you know, we have a crazy ass run-in in about 3 minutes.
Uh-oh.
crazy ass
No.
run in.
Is my ex-girlfriend on here? What the hell?
Is Efren coming?
I hope it's Efren.
What do you say?
I love
run
Efren.
in?
It won't be Efren, but
Is it my baby mama?
Efren is good people.
No,
Efren.
every messed up meme I put on Twitter, Efren sends me a message. I gotta send you guys it. It's like hilarious.
Oh, me and Efren had a great conversation last night.
Oh boy.
Has anybody ever had a bad conversation with Efren?
I hope not, because if
He
they
called
do,
me a gay man's dream. On more than one occasion.
honestly, if anybody had a bad conversation with Efren, I would whoop their ass.
There's no way you can have a bad conversation with Efren.
Exactly, because he's a great.
Although I do think Efren low-key rigs all of the game events I attend because he knows I'll dominate. So he's like, no, I cannot Phil. We're not actually going to give away those Money in the Bank tickets. If Phil's on, we'll have to give them to him. So
Wait, Phil number 37? Number 38. You win.
No, I like how Efren builds those because, like, for the big prizes, which was what the VIP seat for Money in the Bank,
God,
made it impossible to win. Because how many of you would have guessed it was Sho Funaki?
Honestly, had they gotten more letters, I think it was
if
doable.
they would have got the K, he may have gotten it.
I've talked to Efren. Efren actually worries about people thinking it's rigged, and knowing his preparation into it. He wants to give that shit away.
Yeah, he does. I agree with Frank. He does.
Efren sends me a message every time, like if I have a reaction, like because I shook my head because when he revealed Sho Funaki, he's like, "Why you shook your head or whatever?" Because I would never had.
Let me see if I finally found it. Wait.
He goes back and reads the comments like from start to finish. He goes back and reads everything.
Yeah, I found it. Here we go.
The world's largest love machine.
Yeah. That's the next ringtone, Eros. I'm telling you, man.
Come on, everybody, let's do it.
That's gonna be your ringtone when you call me. That's what's gonna play.
Come on, Adam.
Okay, sorry, I'm taking away from our show. It's on here called Gut Punch. I'm like, why is it called Gut Punch? Should it be like? Oh, man. I just called it Efren. I think it's all good.
You know, if Michael McClanahan, he put out a tweet at the end of every episode that we've ever recorded to go, this was definitely the best episode we've ever recorded. And this is not one of those.
Let me say this. Money Mike is the queef of TGG.
Hey guys, with that in mind, I think that crazy ass run-in is about to make their presence known. And in fact, I think they have an intro.
Yo ho ho!
Hey!
Blow me down!
Na 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 na.
332 Kitty Hawk, USS Kitty Hawk. This is Namcom Space Doctor Roger, over.
Oh my God, it's Sheamus' sexy cousin.
Yes. Henry is here.
Hey, I know that guy.
The WWO is now in the house.
Oh my
We sat
God.
together in Jacksonville. I remember him.
The full house of WWO is here.
If he isn't, the map that made
people.
No, it's 3. Yeah, the full house. There you go. There's Henry. You're looking less hairy.
Henry, are you talking? Are you muted?
I'm listening to my accolades. People do that, you know.
Let's see. Hold on. He's 6'10". Weighs 200 pounds.
Oh.
He has a piano. He has a chimney. He has a couch. And I got nothing else.
Play us a song. You're the Mappet Man. Play
I thought it was the Rocker Man.
song tonight.
Henry, what do you got for us?
Yeah, what's he doing? World's largest. What's the largest?
Henry, I love you.
Oh shit!
You got me pregnant.
Oh my God!
What?
How many months, Adam?
Stupid typo.
Adam,
Yeah.
Adam, are you 6 months, 7 months, 8 months?
Just 3.
The stuff between Crash and Hardcore Holly was always great.
Oh yeah.
Hey, have y'all seen this documentary that Chris Jericho kind of plugged about 2 or 3 weeks ago? It talks about where Crash Holly comes from. It's a little indie show in California.
No, I haven't seen that.
It's actually pretty interesting.
Hey Phil, are you now in charge since Frank has gone somewhere to? Well, I don't think he actually said where he was going.
He's probably FaceTiming his mysterious girlfriend that definitely is not
Anyone in this room.
Just because you live in Canada.
It's nobody from AFS, you fucker, and I'm letting my dog out.
Just because he doesn't see it doesn't mean it's not there. Because every time Etienne goes to the bathroom, that's what he said.
I say that, Phil.
Go ahead.
I say that because we're at the end of the first section here. We've reached our time code of 38 minutes, and now we move. Where the hell did I put it? Hold on, I'm trying to run like 6 things at once, and I'm not doing any of them well.
Oh, please tell me Frank is dating Lauren.
We now skip ahead to 1 hour, 39 minutes, and 4 seconds. It should be just before the very beginning of the match for the World Tag Team Championship.
We lost Devin.
We're just losing the whole show here.
Why am I Mrs. Frank Bruno Santos?
1 hour, 39 minutes, and what?
4 seconds.
4 seconds.
4 seconds, all we need.
I'm ready.
Hold on.
If I'm not mistaken, Frank did say he's got his dog out, right?
Who?
He does that while he's filming? That's awesome.
Henry, I'm still waiting for you to play a piano.
It's a low-key big hog, not a dog. Hog.
See, what this lacks is a sound effect to make it actually look and sound.
We're all
like
gonna
it's
have to
playing
get
an
this
invisible
with my
piano.
ass. I'm just telling you.
I heard something about now he's eating ass.
Wait, who's eating ass?
Frank, you didn't just hear that?
I didn't
Use
hear
a
that.
fork or a spoon?
So listen, I shared the HBK pick with my girl today, and she actually is in love with it. So she's a keeper.
Is she a wrestling fan?
Actually, she's not, and I'm gonna show you all a picture of her. She's probably gonna kill me because she exists.
Please do.
Hang on, let me real quick.
Oh my god!
All right, hang on, let me Google stock girlfriend images real quick and see.
Her name is Jasmine. I'm just saying.
Is she?
And she's probably gonna kill me that I'm even mentioning her on here. But...
You know, she kind of looks like what's her name from that '70s show?
Mila Kunis? Oh, that's gonna be some fire sex. I'll tell you right now.
Oh Jesus!
Hey, we are at the time code, Frank. I don't know if you heard a 1 minute,
I did.
second, 1 hour, 39 minutes and 4 seconds.
Frank, I'm jealous right now.
It's my girl.
I had a 134.09. No bad.
She live in your area?
What you should see, ladies and gentlemen, at that time code is the second shittiest thing to ever come out of Syracuse, New York. I'm talking, of course, about the piece of trash called Michael Cole.
Oh,
hurry up and retire already. Just let Pat McAfee take your job and go the fuck home.
Wow.
Wow. I'm ready to hit play. Are we all ready to hit play?
Look, there is one little piece of audio in the middle of the match. I want to put aside.
Frank, I just want to say I'm happy for you, bro.
Thank you. I appreciate
Oh, we are definitely happy for you, Frank.
Are we hitting play or what? What's going on?
I'm ready.
I don't know because
you're a fearless leader.
So, Frank, if you need a cameraman, let me know.
Frank, give us a countdown, buddy.
I'm gonna clean your camera work.
What's the guy that holds what's that microphone called?
The boom mic?
I don't hold the boom. I'll bring the boom.
Nobody needs to watch me perform with my 2.5-inch penis, okay?
Hey, Frank, throw out the countdown.
All right, in 3.
Wait, hold on.
Oh,
Henry has to say something.
Jesus Christ.
Actually, before I do that, 3, 2, 1, play.
Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, go ahead, Henry.
See, in modern parlance, what we do is we combine the camera and the boom mic into this useful thing called the moose head. And someone stands off in a corner holding onto the moose head like it's still mounted onto the wall.
Is there anything like a moose knuckle?
Oh, who's the director?
What the fuck is a moose knuckle?
It's like a bigger version of the camel toe, but it's like twice the size.
Exactly.
Oh, so is a moose knuckle for dudes?
No, that's for females.
So I got a silly
They're
question.
really big. They're yak ankles.
Oh my gosh.
What we're seeing on the screen is Kane actually part of Degeneration X?
No. It was just like a tag team with X-Pac and Kane for a while.
Kane's in amazing shape right here. And so was Undertaker.
Yeah.
It's like two of the best times they were like in their best shape.
I think Kane was attacked by I forgot who he was attacked by.
Jesus, they came back for a match with Earl Hebner in it. God damn it.
I like the black outfit with the red on top.
Yeah, that's like badass outfit right there.
I actually forgot about this match. Well, I forgot about most of the matches, to be honest. But
I forgot about this whole pay-per-view.
I remember that the Governator. Oh no, the Governator's not Jesse Ventura.
The Governator. So, real quick, Eros.
I'm sorry. You beat me for 1 second. I'm sorry. You're talking about Jesse Ventura. Again, Killer Cross has the best Jesse Ventura impression you'll ever see. Go on YouTube, type in Killer Cross Jesse Ventura impression. It's fucking great.
Chris Van Vliet.
I don't mean to sound disparaging. If this does, I'll apologize now. But does it seem weird to anyone else to see Paul Bearer coming out not dressed like a mortician, holding onto the urn?
No.
Hold on.
First of all, why would that be disparaging? And two, I think I agree with you, Henry, on what you're trying to say there.
Tights only Big Show is creepy.
Undertaker's an amazing
He did WCW sometimes. That's not really creepy to me.
He had a singlet. He had the one strap, didn't he?
I think that is I'm looking at a man's drawers.
No, I get what you're saying, because I think the totality of his presentation in WCW was the one singlet.
Oh, look at Undertaker just fired away on Kane.
But Show is so much. He gained so much weight in WWE. Like that's not the Giant, because remember the Giant was always very thin.
They sent him back down to FCW to get his ass back in shape and better in the ring.
I don't think he was bad in the ring. I think it was bad when he got bigger.
They said he needed some polish and that he needed to drop some weight, so they sent him to FCW, and he had a chip on his shoulder when he did, and it kind of humbled him a little bit. I don't remember exactly what he told that story, but I was a little shocked when I heard it.
These bumps from X-Pac, just the way he snaps.
Yeah,
it just makes it look so awesome, man.
So, real quick, I wanted to ask Eros real quick. So, when you did you said this is around the time you got back into wrestling. Who was your guy?
Oh,
this guy.
I would probably said.
There's only one right answer.
Stone Cold and Triple H.
Those are not the right answers.
Oh,
the two that I regret heavily.
Wait, Phil. What is the right answer?
If you smell what the Rock is cooking.
I had to slow evolve into the Rock because I was so anti-Rock, but he was heel at the time, so I mean, it was slowly when he transitioned to heel.
Heel Rock, face Rock, all Rock, awesome Rock. Give me the Rock.
I was going to save this for the main event, but since Phil brought up the Rock now, and Frank did mention it at the beginning of the show, just for the record for everybody, I've been here the whole time. I just wanted to make a grand splashy entrance because it's been a weird. You mentioned at the beginning of the show, Frank, a spoiler for those of you who have never seen SummerSlam 1999. Stone Cold Steve Austin does not leave Minneapolis tonight as the WWF champion. Mick Foley does. But the next night on Monday Night Raw, he immediately loses the belt to Triple H. Now, a few weeks back, I think it was, what show was it? I think it was Royal Rumble 2000. We were talking about, and he disappeared. We were talking about, Phil mentioned.
Oh, yeah.
That giving Foley the belt devalued the WWE title. And at that time, I lit into him up one side and down the other. I, for the record, still feel the way that I did then, that is the most asinine take I've ever heard. But in this particular case, because you're not even giving him a run with it to the pay-per-view, you don't want to make Austin look weak. So instead of letting Triple H beat Foley 1, 2, 3 at SummerSlam, which still does the same thing, you're giving away a world title change on free television the next night.
Quick thing about
Undertaker. It values the title.
Quick thing about the Undertaker. When he set up X-Pac for the chokeslam outside, he didn't even look to see what Kane was or anything. This is how much of a professional he is. He chokeslammed him or picked him up to chokeslam him, and he knew Kane was going to reach over. It was like the timing was perfect with him. He didn't have to look back to see where everybody was.
Hall of Famer. Well deserved.
Such a professional, man.
I pray that they do not bring him back for another match. Not because he couldn't have another match, but because he has done so much for the wrestling business. Sometimes, like for Edge was a Hall of Famer, but due to getting himself healed because they never thought he'd come back, he's a guy that needs to be back. Undertaker has done his time. He needs to stay. I mean, he can make appearances or whatnot. I don't care about that, but he needs to stay out of the ring.
Speaking of that,
another match, he runs the risk of not being happy with it. Then he has to do another one.
Yep. Henry.
Speaking of that, how do you all feel about the main event from night one of WrestleMania with that Kevin Owens Stone Cold Steve Austin match?
It was great.
It was better than I thought it was going to be.
Exactly.
I'll be honest, that's the only thing from WrestleMania I've actually seen, and I made it a point to turn on night one of WrestleMania to watch that match. I didn't actually watch the first 10 minutes of the whole setup because I was driving home, but I was listening to it in my car. And I don't think I've ever heard a crowd pop quite that hard for Stone Cold Steve Austin. Not even during the Attitude Era. Not even in a venue like this tonight here at SummerSlam, have I ever heard a crowd go that bananas for Stone Cold Steve Austin? And for what I expected versus what I got, I mean, Stone Cold's last professional match was WrestleMania 19 prior to last week at WrestleMania. For how they set it up, it truly wasn't that bad of a match, I thought.
No, it wasn't bad.
Austin said, and so many people have said this, Austin would not have come back to do just a shit match, to be carried through a whole match. If he couldn't compete at the level he normally competed at, he wouldn't have done the match.
No, this was a perfect way for Austin to have his last match, because WrestleMania 19, in my opinion, was a lackluster match between him and The Rock. And this match, the way they put it, with him and Owens, made it the perfect ending for Austin's career.
Well, let me ask you a question, Antonio. Stone Cold never actually talked about the health problems that forced him out at WrestleMania 19 until just a couple of years ago.
I mean, wasn't he sick the night before too?
He suffered from a major medical problem. I don't remember exactly what it was.
He was in the hospital or something like the night before.
Something like that. He went.
That was
going to be it.
What ended up being a panic attack.
Yeah. If we had known what happened to him before WrestleMania 19, and it hadn't just been something where he's springing this on us just as quickly as we're trying to absorb it, I don't know that he comes back for WrestleMania 38, because we would have seen what was happening to Austin. And I could be wrong. If any of you want to jump in and stop me, I think in a scenario like that, if we knew what Austin was going through then, maybe it makes WrestleMania 19 a little more, for lack of a better word, palatable. Because, yeah, maybe that's not Austin's best match ever, but he's still going out and trying to do it one more time, even though maybe he shouldn't.
Yeah, I can see that.
Guys, I need to bring back a segment. I'm going to bring it back right now, and I'm going to get a lot of hate. But here we go.
Oh God, here we go.
I'm here to let everybody know, as a seasoned professional wrestling fan, since 1988, Stone Cold Steve Austin is fucking trash. Okay? I hated everything about Stone Cold Steve Austin. I still hate everything about Stone Cold Steve Austin. The sumbitch is predictable, okay? Oh, let's have a beer. Oh, stoner. Oh, let's have a beer. Oh, stoner. Like, you know what? Stone Cold Steve Austin needs to go the fuck away. I was free of him for 19 years, then I had to suffer through him twice this past weekend. Along with John Candy and the Goonies, Stone Cold Steve Austin can suck my dick and eat my ass. Thank you.
Oh my God, Frank! What
Three
is wrong
things
with
there,
you?
Frank.
What did John Candy do?
Oh my God,
Frank, three things.
Oh
One, that take is just as garbage as Mick Foley being WWE champion, devaluing the belt. Two, you were also a fan of Hulk Hogan because you started in 1988.
I was. Yeah.
I don't ever want to hear you say the
I
phrase
was also
Stone Cold
7
Steve
years
Austin
old.
is predictable when Hogan's entire setup, even when he was a heel in the fucking New World Order, was I get beat down, and then I come back, I get my second wind, I throw a couple punches, I knock somebody down, Hogan hits the leg drop, 1, 2, 3, and then we hit the music, albeit as a heel, people threw things in the ring. I digress. Third,
damn good argument.
I still haven't done my actual segment yet. I want to, but not here, not with this match.
All I know is when it comes crashing down and it hurts inside, that's the time when you've got to take a stand. It just doesn't help to hide.
So the commentary during this match.
Oh wait, sorry, that's not my words. That's coming.
No, hold on, like Jesus.
The commentating, real quick. The commentating during this match, when Big Show does the low blow to X-Pac, the first thing that JR says is, I don't know if he got all of that one, but a lot of the Big Show goes a little bit of Big Show goes a long way. How do you barely hit the low blow? I don't think he got all of that one. That just threw me for a loop. I don't know why, but
Okay, real quick. I need to retort.
Hold on.
I need to retort.
Fine.
What?
You're my bro. You're my boo.
You're apparently also his wife.
Yeah, that too.
Started with honey.
By the way, it'd be Frank Santos Bruno. I'm not hyphenating to his last name. He can take mine.
It'd be Antonio Bruno because Frank ain't chasing his name for nobody.
No, fuck you, Frank. You take my last name. How do you think Stone Cold is not a superstar like that?
Oh no, hold on a second. I'm not saying he's not a superstar. I think clearly the resurgence in our wrestling business was from him. Okay, I am not Mrs. Antonio Santos. You son of a bitch. All right. Wait a minute. Is that?
I'll fix it.
Okay, hold on. Before we let Michael McClanahan in, let me just finish this.
All you cuss words out right now. All the vulgarities, let it all out.
Yeah. So I think I understand. I understand what Austin did for the business. I personally, being a very big fan of Shawn Michaels, hated everything about him. And yes, Henry, you are right. I was a fan of Hulk Hogan, but I was 7 years old when I started watching wrestling. Who wasn't? And what you said is absolutely correct. Everything about the Hogan presentation was predictable. The minute he hulked up, you knew it was going to be the punches, the big boot, and the leg drop. I'm just saying that I was a fan of pro wrestling at the time, and I felt like here's another hot take. I was not a super fan of The Rock either. I like guys like Chris. I like guys like X-Pac. I like guys like Chris Benoit, Eddie Guerrero, Dean Malenko, the guys that got in the ring and actually wrestled with you. That's and remember I told that story about spitting in a little girl's face? The reason I spit in her face, which I'm not proud of, the reason I spit in her face was because she was trying to tell me that that what The Rock was doing was wrestling, and I'm like, no, watch the matches. You don't know what you're talking about. And like a dumbass 20-year-old, I spit in her face.
Oh my god!
I'm not proud of some of the things I've done, but what a pretty wall of Michael's.
Looks better than those hooker curtains from a second ago.
Oh god!
I can't say
It's a
resort
hotel, gentlemen. Good evening, and thank you for letting me do a late run-in. Would you please let me know where we're at in the program?
Will we tell you good night?
Michael, you should leave. You should leave.
I will say this. I still say
some conversations may not be suitable for some.
All right.
I can't say nothing because look at this Correra Boaz for talking about an old lady and their family.
Frank.
I gotta be 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20.
Guys, I gotta address this.
Sure.
I can't not say anything about this because I'm literally probably having a stroke at what we just heard come out of Frank's mouth.
Oh, can I hop on it? Before you let me
hang on. No, I've got to get this out. I'm sorry.
Okay, and then I'm next because I'm going to come to your defense, Phil, and you're going to enjoy it.
So Frank, I've heard you in the years we've done this show, a year and a half, old version, new version, say things like you like the movie White Chicks and that you hate John Candy.
Antonio's one of your good friends.
And that
who says that shit?
And we hear you talk about your fupa, and we see you half naked, mostly naked, like once an episode. All of those things are opinions and you expressing yourself. Those are all okay. But Frank, who hurt you? Who hurt you? What is your girlfriend, your new girlfriend, what is she putting in your head? Because
Shawn Michaels lost his smile, it killed Frank. That's all that happened.
Frank, did you lose your smile? Because to say that The Rock and Stone Cold Steve Austin were shit
Antonio's in the pay-per-view.
Did you have some military guys?
Has to.
Did you have some guys from the Marines beat your ass after a night at the bar or something? And
I don't. Frank, dude, here's a little bit of self-profession, and this is not a knock on any of my other AFS friends, family members, anything like that. I feel like I've got a really close relationship with Frank. We talk a lot. We help plan the show. We do lots of other stuff together. But after this, Frank, I feel like we need a divorce.
Yeah, well, I mean, that'd be my third one. So
I'm heartbroken at the words that keep.
That's all me. That's more Frank for me. Go for it, buddy.
Now I gotta be honest here, Phil, because you're gonna like this. I'm gonna come to your defense. I thought nobody on the beautiful planet that we live on could have a worse claim than you did a few weeks ago when you said Mankind should not have won the WWF Championship at the point in time that he did. But hearing Frank say that Stone Cold Steve Austin and The Rock weren't over compared to Eddie Guerrero and the people of the Ruthless Aggression era, Frank, you contradict yourself. Your debits and credits aren't adding up, son.
All right, first of all, Michael, that was good. I didn't say they weren't over. They were definitely over. I'm saying I thought Stone Cold Steve Austin was trash. That's what I said.
Whoa! How can you say that he's trash? He saved the business.
I know he did all of that. I just was not a fan of him.
Okay,
I got Frank right here. I got him.
I still do not like him. All the beer swilling bullshit, I don't care for it.
So you were the one person rooting for Kevin Owens last Saturday night.
You're damn right I was. I wanted to see him. When Stone Cold, hold on a second, hold on.
I was going to say something about that. I'm really happy Kevin Owens main event at a WrestleMania.
Yeah, how cool was that for Kevin?
That doesn't count as main eventing a WrestleMania.
I think it does.
So
when Steve Austin was suplexed onto the floor, onto the concrete, I was like, maybe he won't get up.
Frank, I got you right here, man. You're a fan of professional wrestling. You're not a fan of the sports entertainment aspect.
So
you like to see the wrestling aspect. That's where Eddie Guerrero, Chris Benoit, all these guys come in. So
I get that, but I just want to interject for 1 second to talk about a feature that could be coming soon to the Filter Free Network. It'll be some special bonus content, and it's going to be when Stone Cold Steve Austin ever hears Frank's comments, he's going to drive his truck to Boston and stomp a mud hole in Frank's candy ass.
And let me tell you something. When he does that, I'll be a rich. When he does that, though, I will be a rich.
I know. I mixed two phrases together, Henry.
No. I can't let that go. You are not allowed to book. I don't care how good or awful that was, and that was fucking awful. You are not allowed to book.
For anyone that's actually watching along on the show, we do have The Rock and Billy Gunn on here. And just for a little backstory, I'm not sure if anyone remembers this. I hope everyone remembers this. This is after Billy Gunn won King of the Ring. And The Rock, during this build, gave one of his best promos of all time. And in that same promo, 1,000% buried any chance Billy Gunn had of being a main eventer. And I can't put that all on The Rock because, he was told, hey, say this. Brian Gewirtz wrote a lot of his stuff. But classic promo. Go on YouTube, look it up. The Rock Billy Gunn promo. It to this day gives me if I'm in a bad mood, I can pull that up. It'll make my day.
Is that why he came out to the ring with Antonio wearing a pair of high heels and a blonde wig?
Whoa.
This was a kiss my ass match, guys. Which I will offer Stone Cold to do. He can kiss my ass.
I came in joking a little bit, but I actually do have one of my serious questions I'd like to pose during this match, and I'm glad I was able to hop in at this point. Everybody always used to say back in this time period of the 1990s, the King of the Ring, it's a launching pad. And you think about it, 96, Stone Cold, 97, Triple H. But then, we get to the 98, 99 period. We got Ken Shamrock, and then we've got Billy Gunn. Ken Shamrock, we know from listening to Grilling JR's podcast over on Ad Free Shows that Kenny had what you might call a little bit of a reliability problem, as Jim Ross has outlined. My question relates strictly to Billy Gunn, and I'd love to go around the room and start with Eros because I haven't had a chance to interact with you yet. What do you think? Could you make the case that in Billy Gunn's case, being put in the King of the Ring and actually winning the King of the Ring under the Mr. Ass gimmick was actually detrimental to his career and might have even caused more of a hindrance, as opposed to, say, had he just maybe gotten over organically a year or two later when Austin's out of the picture? I think you look at Billy Gunn and you look at what he's done in AEW and his training. I think with his technical acumen, he could have been more of a staple in a Ruthless Aggression era. So I'd love to get everybody's thoughts on that and maybe start with Eros.
I would say, as bad as the setup you gave Frank, you shouldn't even be allowed in a library. That's how bad that book was. Let me make sure I understand the question right. You think that
absolutely
book really buried Billy Gunn? Is that the question?
Yeah, I think that my thought process was, do you think that it was detrimental to his career to have him win the King of the Ring, whereas for other superstars, it was a launching pad? Do you think in his instance, it would have been better for him not to have won King of the Ring because it never really amounted to anything?
Well, you said Billy, not Bart. You mean Bart?
No, I mean Billy Gunn, Mr. Ass.
Okay.
Honestly, I was surprised that he didn't continue, because before this, the pay-per-view before this was the strap match with Triple H, and then Billy Gunn kind of targets kind of one of the top guys at that time in The Rock, which leads us to this match, and then it all kind of goes down. I don't know. I think it was a good call for him to win King of the Ring. I just don't know why they didn't do more with him and stuff. I don't think the promo buried him as much as, holy cow. Apologize for that.
Someone's trying to get over.
I feel like Dan St. Germain is doing this show right now.
I was sitting there the same thing, Antonio.
Honestly, I'm surprised my dog's not barking. The minute she hears another dog barking, she's like,
I think because Money Mike is on his Zoom chat, Eros' dog is going nuts.
Okay.
Frank, I understand where you're coming from as far as the Stone Cold thing, because you were brought up in the professional wrestling era before the entertainment era come around. And if you look at it in that aspect, then what did Stone Cold do other than, oh yeah, I'll shoot bars and drink beer? As far as in-ring talent, he had a couple of elbows and punches and kicks.
All right, Adam.
I understand it from that aspect.
See, I don't know that that's necessarily true either, because if you look at Steve Austin before SummerSlam 97, when that botched move damn near paralyzes him in that match with Owen Hart, Stone Cold could wrestle. I mean, a perfect example of that goes back to WrestleMania 13, which is available now in our archives. I believe that actually just released yesterday. The match with him and Bret Hart. Stone Cold could wrestle.
Yeah.
You have to wonder, though, if they chose to turn him into the thing that Frank despises, how much of that might have actually had to do not with the fact that he couldn't wrestle, but how much that injury that he took at SummerSlam 97 took a toll on him. And I'll answer Money Mike's question. I think after King of the Ring 98, the winner of the King of the Ring tournament basically just became fodder in 99. Billy Gunn, for all of his positives, would never have been a top draw in the WWE in 1999 or 2000, even without Stone Cold, even without The Rock, even without Triple H. I just don't see it, because he was better with others. A perfect example of that's the New Age Outlaws with him and the Road Dogg Jesse James. He was more of a tag team wrestler before he won the King of the Ring and never really popped as a singles competitor to me.
One curveball for you, Henry. Do you think the Billy and Chuck thing hurt him as far as the time? Like if it would have happened 10 years later, Do you think it would have more of an impact, or do you think it maybe slowed him down, or like I'm not trying to start a deal by no means.
2004, we would have skipped ahead to the main event, and this match wouldn't have been on the show.
Wow.
I'm just curious if what they did was before the time that people were ready for it, and if it hindered his career in any way.
I don't think, even if The Rock hadn't buried him, I don't think he would have made it to the top of the card. He was apparently he had issues with asthma, which I can relate to because I have asthma.
But you're also never going to try to wrestle a 60-minute Broadway.
True. His mic skills were okay. They weren't the greatest. His in-ring skills were pretty good, but he's not on the same level as a Guerrero or a Malenko or a Benoit. So, I mean, as an athletic specimen, a tall wrestler who can kind of go, yeah, he had all that. But he was not main event level talent.
He needed to have somebody to play off of. He couldn't just go out there and do it. He needed somebody out there to go back and forth with him.
I wonder, too, how much of it boiled down to, if you'll all recall, back in February of 98, it was the same night, I do believe, that Shawn Michaels went on TV with DX in China, and they did that skit talking about the words that the Canadians would let them say on TV.
Oh, Lord.
Talked about how his favorite pastime.
Damn.
Hold on. Oh, my God.
Those were high heels when she got down there. She made them flats by the time she made
Oh,
them.
my God.
Is that a hole in her underwear?
Who's going to volunteer to
Rock
go in?
on it, baby.
Who's going to volunteer to go in?
Listen, real quick, I just want to go into what Adam said earlier. I was a fan, more of a fan of wrestling. But you got to remember too, I did grow up in the era of the clowns and things of that nature. So, yeah, you got the people available.
Well, wait just a second. Were you a WCW fan in that same time frame?
No, I didn't really get into WCW.
Then I don't think that's a fair statement either, because WWE, for better or for worse, even in the 1980s, was more sports entertainment.
Of course it was.
Versus the NWA WCW product of professional wrestling. I think the product of the late 80s and the very early 90s, before the steroid scandal and Hulk Hogan's departure, could more accurately be called professional wrestling. But it's still, you can still more or less paint it with the same brush. The product that you got from the WWE isn't the same product that you got from NWA WCW. And that was always considered to be more professional wrestling.
Well,
Did I see that right, Adam?
I look back fondly on matches like Steamboat and Mach. I look back fondly on, Bret Hart Foundation matches.
He looks back fondly on the 60-minute Iron Man match at WrestleMania 12.
I was trained in that old school aspect with the limp handshake. With you start a match with you lock up, hip toss, arm drag, drop kick, powder. That's how we were trained.
Frank, as lively a discussion topic as this is, why are you waving at me, Antonio?
No, I was gonna say, like, hypothetically, if The Rock never decided to choose Hollywood, what do you think his future would have been like in wrestling?
I think eventually he would have made a misstep and he would have been ostracized and blackballed like Hulk Hogan.
Do you think he would have surpassed John Cena?
I feel the same way about John Cena that Frank Bruno does about Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Saying what's funny, now here's the thing.
The
world's largest lover, I feel the same way about John Cena.
Really?
I feel the same way about Eros too.
I like John Cena the rapper, but then it got old real fucking quick, and I wanted to see anybody kick his ass. I couldn't stand him.
You are shelling out James Cornette levels of bullshit out of your mouth.
Let me tell you something. When Eddie Guerrero was champion, like, you talk about he's got a stiffy. Lucky I didn't blow a load and hit the ceiling.
Him and Kurt
Here's the
Angle.
thing. Here's the thing. I appreciate story, but I also appreciate talent. I appreciate excellent matches just as much as story. I think that three wrestlers can tell a story in a ring, like an AJ Styles, or a Daniel Bryan, or a Kenny Omega, or an Eddie Guerrero, or a Chris Benoit, or Dean Malenko, or a ton of other people. But I also like the entertainment aspect. I like a good John Cena promo. I love a good Rock promo to Rock's on the mic. I absolutely love to hear Stone Cold Steve Austin talk about his beer drinking and kicking people's ass. I love the whole kit and caboodle. You get a little of this, you get a little of that. I lean more towards the matches than I do the promos, but goddamn, when you hear a Rock promo, you cannot help but just be pulled in, at least for me. But shut up, Frank! That's all I'm trying to say.
Okay, guys, so I actually have to hop off because I'm still on location and kind of on a vacation for the weekend. I'm going to go grab a bite to eat down in the cafe here, but I'm going to leave you with one question I'd like you to discuss after I hop off, and it's something I wanted just to be my kind of point for the whole thing to kind of go through the rest of the show is I want everybody to remember what's Eric Bischoff's number one thing he says. Great wrestling should make you think. It should make you feel. How do you think the Ruthless Aggression era, where it was more textbook in the ring, made people feel compared to Stone Cold Steve Austin that could elicit that emotion because he was doing essentially what everybody wanted to do to their boss? And with that, I'm going to leave you for the night, and I look forward to being back on full time for the next episode. And thank you guys for tolerating my travel schedule the last couple of weeks. I appreciate it and appreciate still being a part of the show.
He's probably got like 5 hookers going to his hotel room.
Just 3.
He didn't listen to that list, did he?
I'm going to jump into my segment here once I make my point.
Okay.
But Money Mike just showed his age because Stone Cold Steve Austin had more or less retired from in-ring competition by the time the Ruthless Aggression era began.
Yep.
I normally save this for the main event of the show because I believe, we're working in through that promo of something. I didn't actually watch the last 3 matches, but I put this together. But we are coming tonight from the Target Center in fabulous Minneapolis, Minnesota. This is the very first professional wrestling pay-per-view held by any promotion within the city of Minneapolis, which, given the city's rich tradition and history of wrestling, the American Wrestling It was the AWA was the American Wrestling Alliance or Association. I always mix that up because you also talk about the NWA too.
Association.
Thank you. Was founded in the city of Minneapolis and made its headquarters in that city, as we see who at the time in 1999, incumbent governor and our special guest referee for the main event, Jesse the Body Ventura, make his way to the ring.
Boo.
The very first episode of Monday Nitro actually took place in this city too, from the Mall of America on September the 4th, 1999. The AWA, I'm going to go back to that for a brief second, spawned stars such as the late great Scott Hall, who we did a tribute show on a few weeks ago after his untimely passing at the age of 64. That is in our archives, and I highly recommend giving it a listen. Former WWF Intercontinental Champion Kurt Hennig, better known to some as Mr. Perfect. The man who inspired Frank to, give me just a second here, because we were talking about it, I feel I have to, and I'm sorry. Shawn Michaels and Hulk Hogan. Hulk Hogan
turn Frank into a sexist pig.
Why would you do that, Henry?
Why would I do that? Because we were talking about Shawn Michaels. It felt appropriate.
It's called ratings. That's why you do it.
That has nothing to do with Frank's penis.
As I was saying, the American Wrestling Association spawned a lot of big-name talents, but why isn't it still around today? Because in the mid-1980s, after the departure of Hulk Hogan, after some very, very questionable booking by Vern Gagne, a lot of the major talent would jump ship either to Vince McMahon's WWF or to Jim Crockett Promotions. And the AWA would close its doors in 1991, though its legacy today lives on in the bits and pieces of its library that are available on Peacock and internationally on the WWE Network. In this same week of 1999, in the same month of 1999, WCW will host its final Road Wild pay-per-view, which will feature a barn burner of a match for the WCW World Heavyweight title between a red and yellow babyface Hulk Hogan. This is right after he goes back to being a good guy, and Kevin Nash, where the loser has to retire. Hogan wins the match, gets the belt, and Kevin Nash disappears for a few months. Money Mike made reference to Eric Bischoff. This is the last pay-per-view that WCW ever does where Bischoff holds the title of president of WCW. Why are you stopping me? I'm not finished.
I need you to wear what China's wearing right now.
I'm not looking at that. I'm looking at my notes. So give me a second, and then I'll.
Okay.
It's already passed. Never mind. Thank God. Where was I? Oh, right. About 4 weeks after Road Wild, Bischoff is let go. Bill Bush fires him. Harvey Schiller terminates his contract. He's replaced by Bill Bush. And really, the final mechanism in saving WCW goes away because though Bischoff had burnt out, Bischoff still kind of believed in the product and in the company. And without his stewardship, WCW would begin to circle the drain, and it would finally close its doors for good in March 2001. The city of Minneapolis itself is home to a couple of major professional teams. Minnesota Twins and the Minnesota Vikings immediately spring to mind. And I mentioned the Vikings. The city of Minneapolis has hosted the Super Bowl twice in its entire history as an NFL city. The first time being in 1992 when, I'm going to wait for someone to insert the joke, but I'm going to keep going anyway. The Buffalo Bills would lose their first Super Bowl to the Washington, whatever the fuck they call themselves now, in the old Hubert Humphrey Metrodome. The second, in 2018, the Minnesota Vikings attempted to become the very first team to ever play a Super Bowl as the home team in their own stadium. They would fall short, and they'd lose to the Philadelphia Eagles, who would go on to defeat the New England Patriots 41-33. New England would go on to the Super Bowl the next year to beat the Rams, and since then they've been to the playoffs twice. But because Frank was an asshole and shit on Stone Cold Steve Austin, I'm not talking about the one. We're going to skip that. It never happened. No. I can't be that petty.
Can we just edit all that crap out? Can you just do that?
In 2019, Tom Brady would play his last professional game against the Tennessee Titans as a New England Patriot. In the wild card round of the 2019 NFL playoffs, the Tennessee Titans would eliminate New England and would go on to see themselves eliminated in the AFC title game by the eventual champion Kansas City Chiefs. And then this past January, New England, without Tom Brady, would make its first playoff appearance in the wild card round again, and would go to Buffalo for the first of only two meetings these teams have ever had in the postseason. And Buffalo stomped a Stone Cold style mud hole in New England.
Yes.
To then get eliminated by the eventual runners-up for the AFC title, the Kansas City Chiefs. See, Frank, I am capable at times of saying nice things about the Titans. I'm actually going to Nashville next week, and I'm going to see their big empty building with no players in it as well.
You're going to Nashville next week?
Uh-huh.
Wait, what?
One of the people I'm living with now, I'm not going to go into great detail. Her daughter lives down in Kentucky. Her birthday's next week. We are going there. But because they found a killing in a hotel about 20 minutes outside of Nashville, I'm also going to Tennessee. And I'm going to see Music City, USA at Nissan Stadium, and maybe even find Jeff, J-A-R-R-E-T-T, and tell him he's G-O-O-N-N-E. Gone.
3 hours away from me from Nashville.
Henry, you better sanitize yourself because you're a Bills fan. You're not supposed to be there.
Well, he's going to see most Bills fans don't want to see the place where the Music City Miracle happened. I mean,
yeah.
I'm sorry, I don't. When you talk about NFL, I dozed off. I'm sorry.
Phil's asleep.
My only problem with the Titans is that they don't let Denzel Washington coach anymore.
I do
right here.
I do want to close my spiel in the city of Minneapolis. At some point, I hope we do another show from here because I want to take a deeper dive than I just did. The second home of the Minnesota Vikings was actually named the Hubert Humphrey Metrodome. Hubert Humphrey was a Democratic politician from the city of Minneapolis. He was its mayor. He was a United States senator who served twice, and he was vice president of the United States under President Lyndon Johnson from 1965 to 1969. I said that at all because Jesse Ventura is the governor at the time of this pay-per-view, and I talked about that. It felt weird not to talk about Hubert Humphrey. We normally don't talk politics, but Hubert Humphrey's been dead longer than I've been alive, so it felt safe.
Quick question.
Yo.
Does Jesse Ventura make a big enough difference in this show to make it any better, any worse?
No.
I mean, do you think him being there just makes it that much better?
I think
it was a draw.
That one spot where he doesn't count when Hunter tried to cheat. I think that's about the only time.
I mean, it got the name out there. It pulled probably a larger audience than it would have been, especially for where it's at. But as far as the match itself goes, little to no actual. They could have put anybody in that spot.
Was this one?
Incidentally, I just saw China's outfit. Brandy'd probably make that look better than I would.
Oh yeah, definitely. Oh Lord. I'm sorry, Brandy, but you know me. I'm like grabby. Henry is go away.
So I think that at Top Guy Weekend, we should promote the consummation of the Santos-Wagner relationship.
Yeah.
Because she's thirsty and so are you. I think it just needs to happen.
Yeah, it's been 2019. It's almost 3 years for me.
It's been 84 years.
It's been 84
I
years.
still remember the last time.
So let's go back to the let's go back to the private chat. Phil says, Frank, you're dead to me. And then goes on to say, this episode will go down in history as the most what the fuck episode of all time. I'll carry the mental scars with me until the day I die. And Adam from Bama said, Phil is scared for life.
Well, did I tell you?
Man,
Hold on,
I'll be
did I-
honest. Phil hasn't moved in like 5 minutes. I think I put him into a catatonic state.
Oh no, I'm still
Hold on.
feeling Frank's comments.
Hold on.
I misspelled scarred, my bad.
Hold on. Did I tell you?
Oh, scarred.
It was the one time Henry met me in person in Rochester. I was on my bus. I went off. I met him. He was tall as hell, and I had to run back to my bus because he was trying to do something.
You know, I've told this story before, and I'll tell it on air. Our friend Michael Amend, who's been on here with us before, when I met him for the first time in Jacksonville, I rode with Adam to the airport to pick him up. Now, our friend Michael Amend is a trial lawyer in Oklahoma. He's a defense attorney. And he had flown from Oklahoma City to Dallas, where after ensuing a layover and a long trial day, he'd been drinking. Probably a lot. I imagine those airport lounges when you have buku money are probably very, very nice. And when Adam and I went to pick him up, I got out of the car to let him have the front seat because I figured he was a tall son of a bitch. And he looks at me, and he looks me in the eye, looks me up and down. He's like, "Fuck, you're tall." We then go through the introduction phase. He looks at me again. He goes, "Fuck, you're tall."
I look like a toddler driving my vehicle with Henry right beside me.
No, I'm not gonna lie because I was going back to my last stop. I wasn't sure if I was gonna meet Henry in person because.
And then I drove over a curb.
I wasn't sure if I was gonna meet Henry in town in person. I was going to my last stop and I see this little ass Ford or whatever. I see a, I don't know, big ass person driving it. I'm like trying to get out of the way, and then I see it's Henry, and I'm beeping the horn. He's waving at me like, "Okay, I'll move out of the way." Then I think we realized it was me. I pulled over, and he turned around, and then he walked toward me, and I was scared for my life.
Henry thought he was yelling at a cab driver or something. He didn't know.
You know, the weirdest part about that trip was I think the best sleep I got wasn't while I was in the city at the hotel. In fact, I didn't sleep before I got in the airplane. I think I remember sleeping most of the car ride down through Connecticut because I hadn't slept for so damn long. Like I think in the hotel at night because I was jacked up about my first experience in an airplane. I think I got maybe an hour of sleep.
Oh, I didn't sleep in a week my first time in the airplane.
I mean, did Frank take care of you?
Oh, there it is. Yeah,
That was part of the 2.5-hour car ride detour in New York City.
I mean,
He's
that,
not the man with the slow.
I mean,
we would have had.
You want to change my gears for me?
I mean,
that was like the world's worst traffic jam.
Hey, real quick, this is a great story. I got to pivot. You Top Guy Theater exclusive on this one here. So, I once drove to Florida. I got off work. I got off work, went home, immediately got in my car, drove to Florida. I was up for 6 more hours. Grand total, I was up for about 36 straight hours, right? So it's about the time we're driving through Atlanta. And I've never driven to Atlanta in my life.
Oh, God help you.
So we're driving through Atlanta, and I'm like nodding off. And, you talk about Henry Frank giving Henry a hand. Well, my wife gave me a little bit more than a hand driving through traffic in Atlanta, Georgia. I got to tell you, I was both excited and scared shitless at the same time because I'm driving through Atlanta, but I'm definitely awake.
Atlanta's hard to drive through even with 12 hours of sleep the day before. Atlanta's rough. It's always good when you get somebody changing your gear for you,
Oh, yes.
I am
wait, the car gear or the wrong gear?
Whichever one, whatever the main track.
Adult. In the shower.
Let's dumb it down for Mrs. Frank Bruno Santos.
Wait, dumb it down.
Phil Jackson got a hand job.
No. I said, no.
Hold on.
I didn't say hand job.
You got a blow?
Wait, hold on.
I got a mouth party.
He got roadhead. Oh my god.
Oh, that's not the first time either. That's
wait. When this happened?
I remember those days.
When this happened, and who was it?
I was talking about me driving through Atlanta on a 36-hour drive with no sleep. First time driving through Atlanta, and I was nodding off driving through Atlanta traffic, and I got a bit of a mouth
I
party.
really don't mean to interrupt, but I have a criticism of the match. So all 3 competitors were just out in the crowd. Security's trying to keep them apart, and Jesse Ventura, our special guest referee, is standing in the fucking ring.
Yeah,
he's a douche nozzle.
Okay, back to your story, Phil.
No, it was just I was falling asleep. I got a mouth party from the wife. Woke me straight up. Got through Atlanta just fine. Got through the rest of the drive just fine. I figured I'd share this story because this episode is so fucking far gone that it doesn't really matter anymore. I can talk about just about anything.
Ask Antonio. I'm sure I can drive it a little bit further down.
I'm waiting for like an animal sodomy story to come out of Henry's mouth or some bullshit at this point.
After what I told Antonio yesterday, I'm sure we can drive it down a little further.
Did she cradle the boys before the sausage?
Well, I mean that's proper technique.
Frank.
Look, I'm just going to ask you. I'm going to ask the honest question. Did she swallow?
Oh my God! I didn't think you'd go there.
No, geez.
Well, let's just say if you're driving, where else are you going to go with it?
You'd spit it out the driver's side window.
Yeah.
Oh my God! We gotta stop. I want to get kicked off of YouTube.
She could do the AAA.
We just went to FFP levels here. Okay.
You can't spit it out. That's child abuse.
This whole episode might have to be thrown behind the
No, this is better than FFP.
This episode's been ruled a no contest.
Yeah, there you go, Eros.
This episode is brought to you by Bluetooth.
Mankind hits the stunner. We have a cover. 1, 2, chair.
Now, Dave.
Slowest count in the world from Jesse Ventura.
Hey, hot take from me. Dave is all talk. He's probably not getting any.
Okay. Explain something to me.
Dave.
You're fighting out in the fucking crowd.
Oh.
No, if you're talking about FFP.
Hold on, Antonio. Hold on to that thought for a minute. They were fighting out in the fucking crowd. Ventura doesn't say a word. Triple H fucking hits Austin with a chair, and all of a sudden he turns into Mr. Big Tough Guy and threatens to disqualify him. And what's got to be at this point a no disqualification match. Am I missing something here?
He's a face referee.
You're like a referee with a big face.
Is it during the lawsuit, or was that back then?
This was after the lawsuit.
After the lawsuit, yeah.
Yeah, McMahon wouldn't have brought him in.
They've
here
already
if that was
hugged
still
and
going
made
on.
up after this.
Wow, this episode went. I don't even know. I don't have words for this episode.
Okay, so I was saying in regards to FFP, Dave ain't getting any from my point of view.
Why? What does he talk? I mean, I'm a few episodes behind. Has he been talking about getting some from his wife?
I'm just saying. No. Not from like a specific episode. I'm just saying that's what my belief is.
Okay.
And another thing about Stone Cold Steve Austin.
Yeah, exactly.
Amazing stoner about Shane McMahon.
Oh my God! What the fuck are we doing tonight?
It's the return of Antonio.
Well, we can go a little further, can't we, Antonio?
Yes, please, go ahead.
When you made Phil Jackson speechless,
Exactly.
you know you like he's going through an emotional mind fuck right now. I think
He was stunned to the point that I thought his camera froze.
Antonio, if Phil only knew half the shit I told you, what do you think Phil would do?
I don't get nervous around celebrities. I don't get nervous when we have stars on the show. I don't get nervous when I meet stars in person. I am so rarely speechless that you would think that I do it for a living. But I have no words to describe what the fuck this episode is anymore.
I got a story for you.
I thought the day that I dropped my anti-CM Punk remarks in the Twitter chat.
What? Wait!
Uh-oh.
Andy Austin
Oh my
is
God.
gonna
blow his mind.
CM Punk. What?
Yeah.
So much for my story.
Phil.
I don't know about you. I'm about to take over.
Hang on, you go here.
Can we, Adam, go ahead and tell your story.
It just turned into the Pearl Jam Jeremy video.
So me and my cousins and Boaz one night working heel. And these Alabama families, they get into it. They think it's real. So the promoter says, go over to that little family right there. It's a lady in a wheelchair. And he says, go over there and make fun of her and the family. He said, okay, we'll do that. So we get over in front of this little old lady. We say, get out of that wheelchair. You never been an old lazy bitch anyway. Just said that she didn't need that wheelchair. She was all doing it just to get attention and everything. It was bad. They was waiting on us out back. We had to get escorted out of Boaz back to home because we made fun of that old lady. It was bad. He told us to. He said, dude, what have you got to say to her?
Please tell me you got paid to do that.
Oh, yeah, we got paid a little bit. But we told her, I said, why don't you just get off your lazy ass? You don't need that damn chair. You ain't about to show anyway. She's like 70-something-year-old. She's probably sitting in there. Why don't you get up there and let your son sit in it? He looks dumber than you do. Or, just.
Oh, my God.
It's bad. It was bad. We had to get escorted back home that night. That was one of my favorite nights.
Wow.
So I think that was appropriate to tell that story.
That's my Papa Adam.
My cousin said some other stuff. I ain't gonna repeat what he said.
Yeah, don't you know Adam is my
And Mick Foley wins the title.
Antonio's my adopted son.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, see, again, I think this was pointless. I love Mick. I think Mick is was deserving of the title, but
nobody's cheering.
Yeah, this was underwhelming for me.
What do they call it? A fart in church? Ain't that what they
yes.
say?
So we are going to try to put a bow on this. I don't know if you put a bow on it
Let's just first.
or bury it in the ground. But we're going to go around the room and get our final thoughts on SummerSlam 1999, starting with Eros, the tribal champ.
The one we can blame for this shit.
Acknowledge me. Still, I still think a great pay-per-view, especially where it leads to with regards to, because I wasn't a Foley guy at this point, and when he started feuding with Hunter leading up into the Royal Rumble, that kind of like brought me around, like, okay, I think I've been looking at this guy all wrong.
Yeah.
So I still think it's great with all the matches we watched. Again, the D-Lo, underrated performer.
Mhm.
That tag team turmoil still holds up to me. 3 thumbs up.
3 thumbs up. Adam, your thoughts?
How can you follow 3 thumbs up?
I don't know. 2 thumbs up and a dick. I don't know.
I didn't say it. You said it. I thought it. You said it. Anyway. Thursday night in Nashville. Anyway. It was Friday night. No, Friday night.
She has a bed with me, and apparently we slept together. It's all well.
Look at China. Oh my God.
Jesus Christ, man. I
Oh
forgot
my
China
God.
was. I'm surprised she didn't walk forward like she's leaning forward like she's about to fall. 'Cause my God.
I would like to jump in there.
She'd kill you.
I know.
Poor Machiota scared to death. Look at it. Okay, so.
Jump in those Twin Peaks.
Can we let Adam finish now? Like.
Oh yeah. Sorry.
Oh, I finished an hour ago. You know about that.
Oh boy.
And it wasn't the worst. I don't like the match order. I mean, I know you got to do the title last, but I mean, they just buried Stone Cold here. And then all this extra crap right here, there's no sense in it. I mean, just referees and all the extra people. I mean, no sense in it. Sergeant Slaughter.
I think they're setting up how angry he right there. Aren't they setting up for how angry Hunter is that he didn't win the belt?
We should have turned around and slapped China. That brought him more heat than anything.
And by the way, I will say that the best version of Stone Cold is the buried Stone Cold. So I'm just piling it on Phil. It's his name is Antonio, for fuck's sake.
Wait a minute. Whoa.
Oh, were you not done? I'm sorry. Go ahead, porn star.
Hold on, Frank. How are you gonna treat your wife like that?
I'm at full attention. I'm gonna finish.
Okay. Go ahead, Adam.
You don't rub the top of it and just walk off.
All right, go ahead, Adam.
Mankind, Mick Foley. I'm not a big fan of this part of. I liked when he had the brown shirt and he was in the boiler room and he was, that's my favorite Mankind. I don't know why they didn't win it here. I mean, he deserved it, but it just didn't seem like the right time. Especially with Kurt Angle around, Triple H. Too much Shane McMahon for me. I mean, it wasn't bad though. I mean, I watched it twice this week, so it's just good. It was just a good show. I mean, nothing special.
Okay, Antonio.
Okay, it was very underwhelming for me. I never watched the whole pay-per-view in person before.
How many times you've been told that? Very underwhelming.
Oh my God.
Oh Lord.
The only high point of that pay-per-view was Deborah's puppies, and that's about it for me.
Okay.
I will say Double J though. I mean, I know he gets a lot of shit, but I hadn't went back and watched a lot of his stuff. But like I said earlier, the little things he does in the ring.
Who cares about Double J? Look about those puppies.
I mean, as far as the wrestling aspect, the little things he does.
Well, yeah, the wrestling. I'm about the puppies.
You hear Lawler whistling the whole time during the match. Like the whole match, he couldn't get by that now. But back then, he was whistling the whole.
No wonder you guys wonder why I'm like this.
And I hate
And
that
the horny
Ivory.
keep getting hornier. So
I hate that Ivory had to deal with what she dealt with because Ivory didn't deserve to be wrestling back then. She needs to be wrestling now. She was born 10 years too early. Oh yeah, shout out my boy Wes at work. What a dog.
I mean,
Okay.
I can see Eros just.
You can kiss my ass one day.
I am having the hardest time trying to close this fucking show out. World's largest lover. Your thoughts on SummerSlam 99?
I think some of the opinions that we've expressed tonight have created a vein in Phil's forehead that if he had hair would probably stand out more. But I swear I can see a vein on his forehead you can tow a truck with. I think all in all, I enjoyed SummerSlam 99. It was a good show. The main event was a little underwhelming. Jesse the Body Ventura was a fantastic announcer for like the first 6 WrestleManias. Tony Schiavone could not carry him as well as Gorilla Monsoon did, and he makes a very shitty referee.
I miss Gorilla.
I do too. But overall, I think it was a fantastic show, and I'd give it 4.5 stars.
Wait, whoa, no.
I'd give the puppies 4.5, but anything after that, you know.
No, Henry. I had to
I'll give it 3 angry stews. 3 angry stews.
For me, I had to give it like 2.5 because it was
just because you used to 2.5 every time you ate.
Oh my god.
Okay, now let's move on to Phil. Your thoughts on SummerSlam 1999?
2.5.
Oh, he's pissed. He's pissed.
No, he's speechless.
He's telling me to say it right without saying something wrong.
So we know how Phil feels. So I would just like to take this opportunity to thank Eros for being here. Definitely showed up for a controversial take. Listen, I just want to make it known that the opinions of myself are not the expressed opinions of everyone here on Top Guy Theater.
Hold on.
Yes, Mrs. Bruno.
Yes, hubby. I don't know if Phil passed out or he's giving himself a blowjob.
No, Phil is probably just over me, and that's fine. But what I'd like to say is
I want to divorce him.
What I love.
What the fuck is wrong with you, Frank?
So
Mount Vesuvius just around.
That's what she said. Anyway, so what I love about this show for me is it's an outlet for me to just what everybody needs to know out there is that you legitimately know 100% who I am, from the good, the bad, and what Phil is probably going to say the motherfucking ugly, and that's fine. Phil and I have a lot of strong opinions of other wrestlers. Like his love for Kenny Omega is and my love for Kenny Omega are the same. His love for CM Punk and my love for CM Punk are the same. So, he needs to remember that before he goes when we sign off tonight and he tries to fly out here to kill me. And this is how I'm going to end our show tonight. And we'll play the outro. Go ahead.
Real quick, Frank, before you do that, and I promise I'll make this quick. I do want to thank our other 2 guests who joined us tonight as well, Devin Dowling and regular Money Mike McClanahan from that beautifully apportioned hotel room wherever he is tonight on location. I also want to take a moment to thank Adam from Bama for being so gracious and pitching in with us tonight. It's almost like you're a regular member of the cast, my friend. And Eros, it was a pleasure. I hope we'll have you back. And with
You guys can catch me on the new AFS show, Sad News Bears 2.0.
Oh, shucks. Henry, you're such a
my name change, so.
And Frank, go.
And with that being said, in the best Tony Schiavone voice I can ever use, Stone Cold Steve Austin, you can go to hell.
14 WrestleManias.
A leg drop, an elbow smash, a body slam.
Are you ready to fight? Who will survive?